Today on EA Sports. It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Taken in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
the numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 96 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
The quarterback keeps it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now the Bills getting ready for their first drive on offense. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. And he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Pope. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. operating from the red zone now. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
The quarterback is sacked.
And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down on the play.
2nd and 10 at the Bills' 16-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the
24-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen hit, he lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
Fumble on the play.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved to the combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard
New York set to take the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back, the special team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Gardner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Mack, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there. The ball carrier. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive.
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 79 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York ready to go again offensively. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On the ground, it's Mack. Oh, what a juke into space. The 40. He's at the 30. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Marlon, well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
the pass.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
14.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk. Less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 10. Incomplete.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now,
and they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes this one to Mack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. 3rd down here.
It's 3rd down. And 7
to throw here.
To go.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So we've come upon halftime here, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Jets 10.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do?
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Turnover, they go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Right here.
On first down, Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Steps away. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication to each defender, ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Maybe like this drive a little bit better. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play was simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
You have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On second down now, it's Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. try and run for this with Mack. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
From the gun, it's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Oh, he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pope. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in contract time.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and is on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
He fakes the give here and looks to throw.
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Allen's pass.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Allen's throw is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To number 13. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Check it out, Reed. Switch.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Singletary.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right
out on the edge. You love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, it's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Number 13.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Jets' 2-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. 56. Check. Back. Watch out.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Singletary, again, the ball carrier.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
It's good. Makes the score Bills 31, Jets 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete to
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead you a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
At the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Ringo.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's able to find Diggs.
And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Singletary.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go right back to Singletary. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
At the 28-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Buffalo, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10.